Hello, this is JD Garman here with a little behind the scenes. I've just recently finished up making all these Legos for this reference down here. I'm going to be doing a little court recording to show the process in which I'm making this. So, this lovely Lego house was made by brickhow.com, and it's a simple little Lego house as seen here. And while some pieces aren't here, like this flower stud, I do have a nice colorful purple stud right here. And worst case scenario, I can always make more brick colors to make that nice little lovely color. So, the premise of this is essentially just to show, Legos forming into a nice little house for this little minifigure right here. And the plan is to make it look as stop motion animation as if you were playing with Legos, or as if the viewer was playing with Legos back when they were younger. So I have the video up right here, and we're starting off with this wall right over here. And to start it off, we need to, first off, clear all the Legos off this first base plate. Go to horizontal, go to this mode, select everything up to that point, and just simply move it all up. Camera is still where it needs to be. So the idea here now is that it revolves around this base plate and vertice snapping. Vertice snapping is going to be the key in this, because if I go into edit mode, this whole brick has been sliced up into smaller bits for other pieces to come in and connect properly. So we're going to find, first off, the 1x2, just right here. Gonna snap it down. Gonna go into wireframe. We're gonna snap it down to there. And then we're gonna go onto the horizon, snap it to this corner, and then we're going to rotate it 90. I'm going to rotate on the Z 90 degrees, so that way it stays nice and firm in place. And as seen in the video right here, it starts at this very back corner. So we're going to move this guy all the way over to that he is snapped right there. And then over here, what I should do is I should snap it so that way he's on the back corner, like so. Okay, so now what we can do is we can turn off the snap, and actually, you know what, no, I don't need to do that. I'm going to duplicate him, make him go up higher. I'm going to do this for 2 pieces. Because what's going to happen here is that these 2 pieces right here are going to be turned into a transparent piece. So now we're going to turn the snap back on, move it down to the Z-axis, and snap it there. I'm going to then move you on the Z, snap you right there, go back to in the camera mode, into the shiny mode, and I'm going to be moving the camera down to where it can be properly put down. Since it's like this, is actually what I should do is I should change the angle in which, no, not that one. And then move you up and back a bit just so we get the base plate in shot. And while we are at it, let's see here. We are up to Lego material 8, so let's go with Lego 9. So it's a nice tan. And for this one specifically, let's go with that's the white. I need the gray. And in the light, it looks like that. Okay. So now what I can do next, out of this, is duplicate up on the Z and move them up. Snap them there, and then we repeat this process. So that way we can get proper height off of this. As in, it is now hidden within the set. So now what I can do is move my light back down. And then what we can do with all of these pieces is we change it to the glass piece. And what the glass piece allows us to do is it makes it look like it's transparent. Back to layout. Change it to that. Now the reason why we're using the glass piece is so that way it gives off the illusion that, you know, it's see-through, it's clear. It's not meant to be completely invisible. That's not the point. We're trying to make the illusion that this is a kid making his own little Lego story with making bricks fall down onto the base plate. Sort of that childhood wonder that playing with your bricks when you were around 10 or 12 years old. Trying to capture that lightning again. Let's change that to 3,000. No, not 300, silly. 3,000. See how that looks. Okay. Now let's try raising this higher, pointing it down more. Let's see what that gives. Okay, let's do that with this one too. Let's raise it a bit higher, angle it down more. Okay, looks nice. So now we will go in. And it is already set to PNG. Let's go to the desktop here. And let's make a new folder. Let's call it Lego Animation. There we go. Accept it. Frame 1. Okay. And now we will render it. And then once it is rendered completely, then that's when things get a little more tedious. Because although we have the first frame done, now we have to replace the top brick up here, that'll be up there roughly, to a 1/3 piece, or 2 1/3 pieces, to give off the illusion that something is falling down. This will be happening throughout the course of all of these bricks right here, in hopefully a nice 12 frames a second fashion. And so that way it looks like the brick is slowly falling down into place, nice and snug in its spot. And this will be the process for the whole piece of work, I should say. So while this is rendering, let's get out of this mode. So look around for the 1/3 1x2. And if I was smart, which I'm not. Oh wait, no, is it set to transparent already? No, it is not. It is not set to that because it needs to be that color. There we go. So now we will slowly move this into place. Okay, the first frame is completely rendered in, and all we have to do now is remove this piece or make it go up higher. We rotate this on the Z to 90 degrees. We flip it so that way we have it on the X axis. We turn on the snap again, make it set to G and Z, or move to Z. We rotate it again to the Y, and then we move it to the Y, or is it the Y? No, my mistake. We move it to the X axis to where it snaps right there. And then we are going to duplicate it again, make it go high on the Z, so that way we can snap it right back down there. And for this top piece up here, this will be our first Lego piece that is firmly planted in as brick number 9. Or as Lego brick texture number 9. So we snap it right here, go into this space, and we can see that it doesn't look like it'll be in frame, which is okay, because then we can move this piece away for later use, and then we can casually bring it down and snap it there. It's very subtle, but you can see the brick in the shot. And it is not currently centered properly, and it doesn't look like it ever will be, but that's okay. Legos weren't made to fit properly anyways, sometimes. Then we go into here. Then we call this frame 2. And then render. The reason why I'm doing it this method is to give off the idea of stop motion animation. Much like things like the Lego movie, like the Lego movie franchises, or harking back to days of early YouTube with Michael Hitchcock's and other Lego animators before and after. And this process will be repeated until the final product.